So as you can see, looking around, it's really beautiful. And these are, again, it's a gated community. These wonderful buildings, architecture, timeshares, condos, whatever you want to call them, just set about in the most picturesque location in a gated community. And I can understand why they have gated communities here, because if you didn't have the gated community, you'd have a lot of riffraff. You'd have people in here try to hustle you. There's a lot of hustlers here in Cabo, and you will not be able to get away from them. So here I am. I finally hit the beach. Not sure exactly how I did it. I hope I don't get nabbed. This all looks like private property. So, if I haven't been nabbed yet by a security guard, it probably means I'm okay. Probably means I got some clearance. I made it to this nice little beach. Don't know its name yet. I'll probably put it down in the description. What a perfect day it is today. So, getting back to Cabo. This place would be so nice if we didn't have the hustlers. The hustlers really make it hard. Last night I was walking around the marina, and every 5 minutes there was a hustler coming up to me, hustling for drugs, cigars, you name it. And it got kind of tiresome. It got kind of had enough of that. And I wish that wasn't there, but I don't know. It is what it is. And I was in La Paz. It wasn't that bad. I hardly got hustled. Nobody ever asked me if I wanted drugs or anything. It was all pretty good. Very peaceful place. Can't believe Cabo is so different that way. Wow, look at this. Look at that. I don't know if you could see it in the distance, but man, that's gorgeous. Look at this beach. Look at this beach. Wow. Wow. Again, there are condos here. And I think if you're in that privileged class, you're able to enjoy this wonderful Pacific beach. I don't know if I'd swim in it. I hear a lot of nasty stories about riptides and undertows, and I'm not a very strong swimmer, so I'd probably just keep my distance. Wow, 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 what a gorgeous day, gorgeous beach, so amazing. Well, I guess I made it through. It wasn't easy. There's no real public access. You just have to kind of finagle your way through. I guess I'll take these off. Yes, sirree. Look at that, eh? Oh, that sand is so amazing. Yes, this is what we want. This is what we want. So I could imagine maybe 50 years ago, before all the hotels and condos just popped out of nowhere, that this place was really amazing, really paradise. But I think the danger is that the greed is going to settle, you know, so everybody's want a piece of the action. So the hotels and the condos are going to keep popping up. It's going to get overdeveloped. And like a lot of places in the world, I think Portugal is a really good example in the Algarve, where they just basically went nuts with overdevelopment. And Albufeira, for example, it's just terrible. It's just a dive. It's just a place for foreigners and Europeans to go and get plastered. It's just not enjoyable. It's a real sellout, and it could have been completely avoided. Could have been completely avoided if they just planned a little bit, put a few restrictions in. But again, you know, I think when these countries, these developing countries that are not used to having, you know, that kind of money, all of a sudden see an opportunity to make millions and millions, billions with their real estate developments, and they don't care. They don't care. It's just short term. And the corrupt politicians and officials, again, you know, the money's just too good, and they're just going to turn a blind eye. The same thing's happening in Tulum, Mexico. I think Tulum was an amazing place 10 years ago, but now it's basically a hole. I mean, no disrespect, you know, but it's just badly managed. And destroyed it. I don't know. It seems like that's just the way it is all over the world. It just gets overdone. And then it doesn't become fun anymore. A few years ago I was in Goa. And I've been to Goa a few times. Started in the 80s, mid 80s. And when I first got there in the late 80s, it actually wasn't too bad. I mean, there was foreigners, definitely, but it wasn't over the top. You know, you could easily get a guest house. Prices were reasonable. You know, it wasn't over the top. Northern Goa, especially Arambol, was still pretty vacant. It was hardly, you know, you might see like 5 to 10 travelers up there in a day. I remember staying at this place called the Bayan Tree. Wow, look at that. I could feel the undertow already. Crazy. And I was there again a couple of years ago, and it was just, I would never go back there. I would never go back to Northern Goa. Never. It was just dumb. Overdeveloped, overpopulated, hustlers everywhere. And the sad thing about it was that like a lot of the travelers, a lot of the tourists, or backpackers, they're just into the party scene. To them it was just like a cheap place to go get wasted. Nobody cares if you got wasted. So it was like, why bother? You go to the beaches and it was totally crowded. Totally crowded, full of not just Westerners, but Indians, and not just Indian tourists. which, you know, I have no problem with that, is the hustlers. Constantly hustling, hustle. I got kind of fed up with that. I got really fed up with that. So I headed south, and Panolim, which is where I settled for a few weeks, was okay. It was still pretty overcrowded, and there was a lot of Euro trash. You know, basically Europeans going down to get wasted and party. But that's just the way it is. But it wasn't as bad as northern Goa. They sold out completely, and it, you know, just destroys the place. I don't think it's healthy for it to eat. I don't think it's healthy for the place. Overall, I don't think it's healthy long term. Because it attracts all the wrong kind of money. It attracts, you know, it attracts the drugs, the hustlers, then the kids in the area. They want a quick buck. They figure they'll just sell drugs, or, you know, they won't bother going to school. I don't think it's healthy. You know? Wow, look at this place. Let's have a look. Look at that. Wow. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Hardly anybody here. And I think the reason is gated communities. They didn't have gated communities. Right now, there'd be thousands of Mexicans here. Not that I have anything against Mexicans. There'd be thousands of Mexicans with their cabanas selling you everything from chachkas to beach chairs to anything. Massage, whatever. It would destroy the place. So the fact that there's these gated communities, it's actually, you know, indirectly a good thing. It's protecting this area of the beach from all the riffraff that would destroy it. I'm just lucky. I'm one of those Westerners that managed to sneak by, get through, and enjoy it. But I tell you something, if I was Mexican, if I looked Mexican, no way, they'd stop me. Tell me to get lost. Even though technically, this is not a private beach. Technically, this is a public beach. But, so much for it being a public beach if you can't access it. So, that's kind of weird that way. Look at this beautiful rock. Look at that. I'll try to get a little closer for you guys to see how amazingly beautiful this is. And you can kind of understand why Cabo San Lucas is a hot destination for people with yachts and helicopters and deep pockets. I don't know if you can see in the distance, but there is a huge cruise out there. Probably just cruising around Mexico. They might even stop in here. So, brings me back to this idea of the hustle. Mexico, beautiful place. Beautiful place to travel. The food is exquisite. The scenery, the things to view, out of this world. But in a lot of the touristy places like here, and in Playa del Carmen, Cancun, anywhere where there's like tourists with deep pockets, you get the hustle. You get the hustlers, you get gangs, you get drugs, because, you know, why not? There's always going to be a few tourists who are going to indulge in the drugs, the craziness, so there's always a bit of money to be had. And if there wasn't any money to be had, these hustlers would not be hustling. Wow, look at that. And I don't think there's a real solution. You know, there's not a lot of work in Mexico. High-paying jobs, forget it. There's only a very small percentage of Mexicans who get the good jobs. The rest... Hey, how are you? Good. The rest... Well... They're on survival mode. You know, if they don't work, they don't get paid. They don't get paid, they starve. So every day is a hustle. So when the COVID happened, it was devastating. People were devastated. No tourism. How the hell are they going to survive? So very quickly, I think the government was smart. They went really easy on the restrictions. I found myself a nice little shady spot away from the sun to take a little break, because I don't want to get sunburned, and it's hot out there. Isn't this gorgeous? There's just one guy out there fishing, nobody else. Saw a couple other guys, that's it. Again, in the distance you can probably see that cruise ship. Look amazing. Looks amazing. Look at these rocks. The rock formation here is just out of this world. Out of this world. So you can probably see my tan lines. I haven't been putting myself out in the sun as I usually do. And while I was in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, that area, Riviera Maya, the beaches didn't really call to me. I wasn't really attracted to them, so I didn't really go out there much. And after that I went to Chiapas, and there's no beaches there. It's actually pretty cold. I was amazed how cold it was there in Chiapas. And actually, you know, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I actually got food poisoning there. I was out of commission for a couple of days, and for about a week my gut was really not good. Finally got better. Luckily I didn't take the antibiotics, which is what you're supposed to do, but I did not take the antibiotics. I've had antibiotics before and I didn't like what they did, so no antibiotics. Luckily I made it. And then from Chiapas I went to Campeche, which is a beautiful little colonial town on the coast, on the other side of the Yucatan. I spent almost a week there. I would almost go back there. I mean, it's a nice place. It's very quiet. I don't know, as I get traveling more in Mexico, I kind of look for the quiet places. I'm not really interested in the Playa del Carmen's and the, you know, some of the places on the Pacific coast, like Puerto Escondido, which is like, you know, it's nice, but it's like, it's just become like a Goa. It's just become, again, a lot of travelers. And with a lot of travelers, again, you know, all the hustlers, the expensive restaurants, all that stuff starts to happen. So, anyways, yeah. So yeah, now I'm here in Cabo San Lucas. Again, a few more days here, and I'll be heading back to La Paz. I'm going to rent a car. The plan is to rent a car, and then travel up north to Loreto and some of the other towns around there. I'd really like to visit the rock paintings. I think the rock paintings are amazing from what I've seen of them, and I've only seen like pictures. They're huge, and they're still a bit of a mystery because nobody really knows who made these paintings, where they came from. The people that live there, the ranchers and locals, they're not really Indian. They're not indigenous. They're like Spanish practically. I think a lot of them went there after after the Spain left, after Spain let go, and a lot of those people don't have any indigenous Indian in them, so they don't even know. I mean, they know that what the paintings are, and they know they're around. They don't know much about it, and because it's not part of their survival kit, they don't really care. But now that foreigners have paid attention and they want to come and see it, now they've actually decided to kind of start a little economy out of it, by taking tourists out to these places, and for them to witness the beautiful paintings. So I'm going to try and do that. There's also the whale watching in, I think it's called Negro. I'm not pronouncing that right. I'll get the pronunciation right next time. And maybe take a week and drive around that area, experience it. I mean, I'm already here, so why not?
Did you get it all? Excited?
No, I'm filming myself actually. I got it turned the other way. Some guy just climbed down off these rocks. It appears to be like the thing to do is to climb rocks. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys a little later. So if you can see these people in the distance, they are climbing over these rocks, and apparently the thing to do here in Cabo is to sneak into that beach I was just in and then climb over all these rocks. I've climbed over a few. I came from back here, and the beach is on the other side, and so I'm now here and I'm watching these guys climb over to the other beach, and that's going to be really interesting. I'm just watching to see what they do, how they make it, etc. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do it or not. Stick around, we'll see. Hello. As you can see, I kind of made it. Here I am. Across all the way over there, through here, And now I'm going to be going over there. Amazing. So look at this. Whoa. Isn't this just amazing? I did make it. Not bad. For my age anyways. Not that I'm that old, but still. Check out these rocks. So gorgeous. Pictures don't do them justice. I saw a few videos of this before I came out here. And I tell you, you know, the videos don't do it justice. You really have to come and experience this yourself. Okay, let's see if I can make it over. These rocks are really something else. If you do come, bring some good shoes, because I got these Tevas, and you know, they're okay, they're good, but no, you need good running shoes. A good pair of Nikes, Adidas, whatever your flavor. Bring those. You'll be thankful you did. Ah, look at this, I made it. I made it in one piece. Well, I'm back here again, crossing back from where I came. Can't believe I'm doing this. See you on the other side. So this is how I got in here. It's also how I'm going to get out. It's a resort, and it looks like if I just follow that path back, it'll get me to the road. Anyways, so this is how I got in here. I think there's an exit over here. Get out to the exit and onto the road. Okay, around just to give you an idea of what this place looks like. It's a fascinating little place. It looks very ritzy and expensive. Definitely worth visiting if you have the privilege for it. And hopefully I'll be able to just find my way out of here through the exit. Very nice little oasis. Huh? Pretty nice, huh? Yeah, I'm sure it's not cheap. And guess what? Here we go. And this is the exit. Get out of here. Through here. I'm a little lost. Nope. Hopefully I can get through here. Nope. Lost. Let's try this way. This is the exit. Hoping the exit is here. Yes, it is. Look at that. I found it, I think. Just right here. I could just sneak by. Boom. See, I can get out. Yes. Look. I can get out. Get out. What an amazing place this is. Such an amazing place.
Hola.
Very friendly people. Very friendly. They're so friendly. They even have no clue. They're so friendly. And I made it. I made it out. Made it out to the street. Look at that resort. Look, some hawks or birds of prey. Amazing. Oh, and here comes the big bus. So, one of the cool things about being a Westerner, especially like me, the way I look, etc., is that people leave me alone. Mostly, I can walk into these resorts, and nobody blinks. That's not something I'm in the habit of doing, but it does come in useful sometimes, especially in a situation like this where I did want to have access to the beach. And there's no way you're going to get access here because this is, again, a gated community. See the gate? See the guard? See the gate? Gated community. Anyways, I made it out. Hey there. So I'm here at a public beach in Cabo San Lucas. And you can see how different this beach is from the beach I was at this morning. Quite a difference. And this is at sunset, which means there's not as many people here. Yeah, you can see now why they've closed off those beaches on the other side behind me over that rock, and basically given them to the condos and timeshare resorts there on that side. The public is basically not allowed there unless you sneak in like I did. Otherwise it'd be like this. It's quite a nice evening, actually. And again, I think you can see in the distance there's a cruise ship. And it's huge. They've been letting people off today, coming to shore to explore the marina, buy some souvenirs, have some lunch. So yeah, it's sunset, and I guess now I'm gonna wander into the center. I might just get some pizza tonight, playing it safe. Last night I had a burrito and it didn't sit very well, so being a vegetarian in Mexico isn't always very easy. I don't eat fish, and I don't eat meat. I don't eat chicken. I do eat eggs, and I do eat cheese. I drink milk, and I eat yogurt. That's about it. But even so, I have to be very careful about what I eat. especially here because it's very easy to get food poisoning, as I did a couple of weeks ago in Chiapas, San Cristobal de las Casas. I had something in a restaurant that hit me that night, and it didn't let go for about a week. So I'm playing it safe. Believe it or not, pizza's pretty safe. It's usually pretty good too, but I don't like eating it all the time because it just gets you fat. It's not the healthiest for your belly, but at least it's safe, and I don't feel I'm going to get food poisoning from it. So yeah, Cabo San Lucas is a very busy town. It is very busy. I'm just going to turn it over to the marina here just to show you sunset. You can see the outline of the Rocky Mountain in the distance. That's where I went earlier this morning. It was quite an adventure, I have to say. I didn't think I'd be able to climb all those boulders and hop over to the other side of the beach. But for some reason, I don't know. I guess I had it in me and I decided to do it. It was worth it. It was good. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I had the energy to do it. But I think all that sun and all that climbing really kind of tuckered me out. So took a little break this afternoon and try to plan out the rest of my time here in San Cristobal. Not San Cristobal. Try to plan the rest of my time here in Baja California Sur, which is, actually quite a beautiful place. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a couple of sea lions over there in the marina. I guess they're looking for food. They're kind of aggressive. Did you hear that? Oh, look. And you can't see them in the distance. So this is where I saw the sea lions a minute ago. And I think they're out there. I can kind of see a couple of heads bobbing up and down, but they're not up here anymore. Must be feeding time. They're bringing in all the boats, jet skis for the day. I guess things are starting to wind down. And I guess the nightlife is just beginning. Yeah, this is quite the fancy marina. A lot of very expensive yachts here. I think it's one of the most popular marinas, I guess, in Mexico. I know there's one in Puerto Vallarta that's really nice too. But Cabo San Lucas and Baja California Sur are very different. Again, like they say, it doesn't rain here. I think it's sunny like 360 days a year or something like that. So you can understand why people like being here, parking their yachts, why it's such a popular destination. I'm just gonna head into town and see what I can find to eat. And hopefully I don't get hustled too much. In this marina area, you get hustled every 5 feet. Somebody's hustling you, asking if you want to buy some blow, if you want to buy some cigars. This guy is hustling me already. And if you ignore them, they get really upset. This one guy tried to engage me. I walked around him and he said, "Oh, you're going to be like that. Why don't you go back to the boat?" I mean, that's pretty intense. Like, you can't even just ignore them. I've never had aggressive hustlers like I do here. I've been in Playa del Carmen and Tulum and a few areas, Cancun, where yeah, there's hustlers, there's hustling, but you know, very quickly you just don't look at them and they leave you alone, you know. But here they're like, you know, aggressive seagulls. They just jump on you, and if you ignore them or don't pay them any attention, it's not like they let go. They don't stop. They'll even, like, you could be like walking across the street and one of them will say, "Hey man, I can help you," or another guy will say, "I got what you're looking for," and they speak English pretty good, which is, you know, again, unusual, but man, it's just I just can't see them succeeding with that kind of approach. I just don't know who would actually engage. So I really wish they would change their tactics, because it's just not working. I don't think it works. You'd have to be crazy to fall for it. Anyways, look at this. What a beautiful evening. Look at that evening. Look at that color. Look at those boats. Ah, so lucky to be here. Just gonna get my energy up. Tomorrow I'm planning on a day trip somewhere. I don't know yet. I'm hoping to probably go to Todos Santos, which is just an hour and 20 minutes north of here, and check out that scene. I imagine any other place outside of Cabo San Lucas is going to be more chill. Cabo San Lucas is the epicenter. It is the Las Vegas of Baja California, so hopefully Todos Santos is going to be much more relaxed and be able to enjoy it a little bit more. All right, let's find some pizza. So that's why I'm staying up there. Kind of looks like a boat. Sort of up there in the back. It's not a bad room. It's about 60 Canadian dollars, around just over 40 US dollars. Kind of a no-frills place, but it's quiet, it's clean, it's actually spacious. Here they are, the stars of the show, the stars, waiting for the hustle, waiting for the hustle. I mean, geez, I cannot imagine what this place would be like without tourism. I have no idea what these people would do. It would be complete devastation, because if it wasn't for the tourist dollars coming in here, I can't even wrap my head around what this place would be like. Everybody makes a little piece off of the tourist dollars. The other thing I kind of don't really like about this place is, I hate to say this, but quite a few of the tourists and the Westerners come here and they get wasted. It's like it's okay to get wasted here. By that I mean they're usually alcohol. It's not weed, it's not coke, it's beer, tequila, and all sorts of other alcoholic drinks. And it's like, okay, it's like, it gives them permission to get wasted. Mexicans love it, make money out of it, you know, but it really brings out an ugly side to the tourists here. A side I don't really like to see, but you know, hey, it's another reason this place is what it is. It's another reason why it's a destination, is nobody cares. If you get wasted, fall on your face,
Where are we going?
act like an idiot.
Hey, what's up, Marcos?
Nobody cares.
Good. How's
Unlike-
the little baby? How's that? How about go pick him up right now?
Unlike
Congratulations.
if you're at home and you do this stuff, it kind of, you know, it kind of lands on you. You know, you got to live with it. Here, you kind of like do it, and nobody cares, nobody knows. You go home, and it's done. So that's one of the dark sides I don't really like about this place. Look at this. It is a very old stretch limo Cadillac. Looks like it's from the 70s. It's still in one piece. Oh, it's from California. It's got a California license plate. It's got another license plate in there. Anyways, well, it's pretty cool. It's a very cool looking Cadillac. So the girls here are very aggressive with their massages. If they see you coming, they start yelling. It's actually, again, it's kind of an assault, but again, it's just part of being here. It's that people are hustling, but I mean, I've been in Playa del Carmen, where you know, the massage girls will call you out and offer you a massage, but it'd be extremely, you know, gentle, passive. But here, it's like, wow, they're just yelling, just like they're across the street, massage. It's like, dude, you know, it's just not gonna happen. You just feel like, what are they gonna do to me? I mean, I doubt it's even a massage. Who knows what it is? But again, it's just something I'm not really quite used to, the intensity and the aggressiveness of the approach to it. So right now I'm on my way to see if I can find my pizza place, and heading down to the center, just giving you an idea of what this place looks like. Cabo San Lucas at night. I mean, there's a lot of action here. A lot of action. If you like action, this is a place to head. If you like drinking, if you like getting wasted, banging back some beers, watching UFC fights and what have you. Yeah, there's one right now. UFC fight tonight, Saturday night. This is your spot. If you want some peace and quiet, tranquility, low key, with some convenience and some nice restaurants, I would say head to La Paz or San Jose del Cabo or Todos Santos, but definitely not Cabo San Lucas, which is a crazy intense place. Check my Google Maps, see where we're at. Recenter, and where are we? Even heading in the right direction? Yes, we are. How about that? Just 2 minutes away. Heading in the right direction. Apparently this place, Pizza and Tacos, is a pretty good place for pizza. The only places I'll eat a pizza at is if they actually have one of those fancy ovens. You know, those really nice ovens. Then I know they're actually making it right. Otherwise, I don't trust it. Some reproductions of Mexican art. Great place to buy souvenirs. If you're into souvenirs, this is the place. T-shirts, trinkets, all kinds of tchotchkes. I was at an art market last night. I think on Thursdays there's art markets here in Baja California. And there's some nice stuff actually, but it wasn't cheap. I mean, some of the stuff there was really overpriced. But again, I think, you know, it reflects the whoa, just got caught in some wire. It reflects the money here. A lot of money here. Tourists that come here tend to have a healthy disposable income. Oh, look at that fancy place. All the lights flashing. It's like there's a lot of action up there. Again, I won't be going up there because it's not my scene. I don't know if you know, but I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke weed, I don't do drugs. You know, literally nothing that intoxicates you. So these places don't really attract my attention too much. So you might ask, well, what are you doing in Cabo San Lucas? Well, I'll tell you that in a minute. So I have arrived at Pizza and Tacos, and I'm going to go inside and have myself one of their great pizzas. Look, there's their oven. They're making amazing pizza in there. And I'm just going to grab a seat here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me in this place. It's kind of loud. I mean, the whole place here is loud. Cabo San Lucas is loud. Unless you get into the more remote areas like I did this morning. Otherwise, this is what it is. Anyways, I was going to tell you about how come I came here. It wasn't my intention to come here. It wasn't my first choice for sure. But I was in La Paz. I had 2 nights booked. And I was trying to get another 2 nights, but I couldn't find a place in La Paz. The only places I could see were like these Airbnbs. I contacted a couple, I didn't get a response. And then the other option was like a super expensive resort. You know, we're talking $500–600 a night, and that wasn't enough. I'm not going to spend that kind of money. And I didn't know why. I thought it was weird, but I spoke to a guy in a tour company that I was talking to because I was interested in doing the whale shark tour. And he told me that there was a race. There was a Baja 1000 race running from Loreto to La Paz. A 24-hour Baja race with dune buggies and stuff like that, and it's like once every 4 years or something. And apparently, like, you know, the place just sells out because the finish line is in La Paz. So everybody was in La Paz yesterday, and I was on the bus coming here yesterday because I couldn't find a room. And I thought, well, you go to Cabo. The second thought, I should have probably gone to San Jose de Cabo, but, you know, or Todos Santos, but whatever. Ended up here. And, whatever, I wanted to experience the place, but, really, all you need here is 1 night, 2 nights, and you've done it. Unless you like, the party scene and you met some friends and you're, doing what you're doing. Or unless you got a sailboat or a yacht and you like cruising out in the ocean. There's no reason to be here for more than a night or two. Seriously. So, I booked 4 nights because I hate going to a place and having to leave right away, and that's what happened in La Paz, and it just felt like you don't get to actually see anything, just rushing. So I got 4 nights here. I'm on my 2nd. And so I'm probably going to do a couple of day trips. That's my plan. Like I said before, I'd probably go to either Todos Santos or Jose de Cabo for a day trip, and maybe do another day trip somewhere else. I'm not really interested in the tours. They offer a lot of tours here. There's boat rides, what have you. They actually have water taxis that take you out to where I was this morning, and they'll charge you $20 US each. They take you out there, they give you a couple hours, and then they take you back. And I guess if you're not interested in doing what I did, which is sneaking through the gates of the gated community and walking down to the public beach, and then climbing all those boulders, and it wasn't easy. Those boulders could have been tricky. I was kind of surprised I was able to do it. So climbing those boulders over to the, I guess it's called the beach of the Romantics or something, the Lovers Beach, and then it's connected to the other beach called the Divorce Beach, or is it the other way around? I think the beach I ended up was the Divorce Beach because it faced the Pacific, and the Lovers Beach was on the other side, which kind of faced the marina, and that's how they separate the names. I wasn't able to see the art. There's no way I'm going to pay $20 to go see an art. Ridiculous. I know there's one YouTuber, William, who I follow. He's got a channel. He tried to swim out there and almost drowned. He thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't that easy. And he's pretty good. He's pretty athletic. He's strong. He's young. He had a snorkel, goggles, and he was still swept away by the riptide. And he got into a bit of trouble there. Really exhausted. So that didn't work out. So now I'm not gonna pay $20 to go see an art. The other thing you see here in Mexico, which is interesting, is a heavy police presence, and not just police, like military police. Like 4 guys on the back of a truck with machine guns, full gear on, and initially you might feel intimidated. You might think, "Oh my God, what's going on?" There's violence, etc. But the reality is they're protecting the tourists. And they're protecting the businesses that depend on the tourists from gangs and drug gangs that sometimes get out of control and start shooting at each other. So since I've been here in Mexico, there's been a few shootings, mostly in the Yucatan and mostly in the Riviera Maya. There was one in Puerto Morenos a couple of weeks ago. There was one in Cancun. But there was one in Tulum. A couple of tourists were actually killed. They're just caught in the crossfire. Sadly, the way these gangs operate, they just shoot and I don't think they really care. If you're in the way, that's too bad. They don't like care. If you're in a crossfire, sucks to be you. That's their attitude. And so there's been, you know, some violence here. You know, your chances of ending up in one of these things is very small, but still, when you read about it on the news and stuff, it really freaks you out. Makes you think twice about coming down here. So the police presence, the militarized police presence, the guys, you know, with the machine guns, in the back of trucks, they are actually helping to keep the violence down. And every once in a while, they might stop a tourist. I know there's a famous Twitter guy. He goes by the name of Zuby. Thank you. Gracias. He goes by the name of Zuby, and he posted a tweet about how he got stopped. I was kind of freaked out by it, but you know what? He's just checking. They're just checking to see if you're, you know, doing the drugs or involved somehow in that. And it's really for your protection. Oh, my pizza just came. My pizza just came, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'll let you have a look at this amazing pizza. Look at that thing of beauty. I'm gonna eat that, and then that will be it. No, that's my safe food. That is going to keep me safe. Because I'm actually a little afraid of some of the other stuff here. But I know this is safe. I'll get back to you guys after I finish this off and continue our little conversation. So I'm just leaving the restaurant, and while I was eating, I was watching this lineup here. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a lineup. And I was wondering what it was, and it's actually pretty fascinating, is that there's people here getting injected. There's a lineup for people getting their dose right on the street. And whoa, it's loud here. God. That place is completely empty, but the music is blasting and the lights are flashing, and you just wonder, maybe you should try a different approach. Another place. Such a strange place. Okay. Gotta look at my map here. Make sure I know where I'm going. Going back to my room. Yeah, so as I was saying, there's that lineup there. There's all these people getting an injection. And I've seen it in a few other places. These portable injection sites in the middle of the street. Seems to be very popular and people are quite happy to do it. There was one in San Cristobal, and they were actually giving influenza shots too. It wasn't just the usual, you know what, magic juice. It was also the influenza, and people are quite happy to get it. People are extremely pleased to get it. Anyways, we'll catch up to you in a bit. Good morning. My last morning in Cabo San Lucas. Got a bus at noon, La Paz. And right now, I'm just walking over to get a green smoothie at the Outpost. It's one of the best green smoothies I've ever had. It's not cheap, but it's really good. It's worth it. Yeah, it'll be nice to get back to La Paz, where things will be a lot more relaxed. Oh, I don't know where I usually come. Hola, ¿a qué hora se abre? What time do you open?
Yeah, open.
Open? Oh, they're open. I got lucky. Well. Bueno. Very nice. Can I go upstairs? Thank you. I got lucky. They just opened. Mr. Lucky. Wow, quite a nice little place here. See ya. Good? Yeah? Good? Okay. Good morning. How are you? So I'm going to grab a seat here. The place just opened. I happen to always be the early bird here for some reason. I get up early. Usually up around 6. And nothing opens till like 8. If I'm lucky, I can get a coffee shop at 7. Otherwise, I'm just like, doing a little bit of work on my computer before anything opens. So yeah, I'm going to have a smoothie, and then let's see what else there is to do this morning before I leave. Well, I apologize because when I got my green smoothie, I forgot to show it to you. So this is what is left of it. But I have to say, it's actually really, really good. It's one of the best I've had. Don't know what's in it, but it tastes really good. And I had a fruit bowl. I thought, after Mexican meals all the time, I thought, hey, why not have a fruit bowl? Looks safe. Let's find out.